live with an episode of Tiny Mike. Yeah, so I told y'all that I had asked people like, what's some stuff y'all want to hear me talk about? One of the things was cost of living. So I got a lot of different like ideas on that, but I always be like, I wish I was in a generation that used to flip tables about taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, what you mean you gonna tax tea, or like you gonna tax stamps? Like they used to right now. I don't even know history like that all the way. I have that, like, I don't know. American history is because it's lying, so nothing really sticks in here. But I know they used to ride, fam. They used to go to war about everything, and we don't even be mad. We just be like, it's so hard to live. We just can't. Like, man, just fight back. What they be like, stand up. You weak in the knees. Stand up. Like, we are so weak in the knees, but the cost of living now. Inflation happens, blah, blah, blah. I think low-key, I think they want another Great Depression. Like, I think they like that. And when they get in debt and they do stuff or whatever, they like to make us suffer. And so, like, I think they want some type of reaction like that. But also, I just be like, where do people that fight back? Like, when are we gonna stop logging on to talk about, did he do this? Or like, when are we gonna stop getting on to be talking about celebrity gossip, tax bracket problems that we can't even understand, and start talking about the stuff that really affect us, right? Like, when are we going to get more interested in the fact that a 1-bedroom apartment would be like $1,350, but living room, kitchen area is that little? You really can't comfortably fit a couple in there, let alone a family. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they're making more apartments. Why are they making more apartments? Why are they trying to stack up on top of each other? You know what I'm saying? Because they can. And then, like, with jobs, we get them our soul. Giving your soul to a place that's gonna replace you as soon as you leave this joint. Like, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. Start a riot in that go crazy. Do something. Now, me personally, I'm the job quitter. I've been quitting jobs since a job could get quit. You hear me? I don't fold for nobody. I've never been the person who's scared to, like, oh, how am I gonna be able to afford? No, you don't talk to me crazy. Don't say nothing crazy. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I come when I want. I leave when I want. I take a break when I want. I do what I want. I've always been like that, and that's probably why I usually end up like have my own business, because that don't go far. But I was raised by somebody who had their own business, so I knew that was always an option. I'm like, no, seriously, like, I know a lot be different for me because, like, who I was raised by and stuff is like, you got to know my granny Josephine to understand a lot of that too. Like, she was big on education. It's like, it's what you know, right? Like, what do you know? And not education they teach us. Go read a book. Go teach yourself, right? So, like, y'all, I've had every type of job you can have. Literally, I lie on applications. I had the same resume since I was 16 years old. All I do is tweak it according to the job. I don't care. I'm a lot of them like they lie to me. Like, what are we really doing here? Y'all, one time, and a lot of people don't know this, I had my GED. I did not graduate high school. I was a super senior, and I got my GED. So I went an extra time, and I still failed. But anyway, I got my own business now, and I've had this my second business, so I'm doing something right, you know what I'm saying? And I got my GED later. I didn't even do it right away. But anyways, y'all, I used to lie and just say I had my diploma. One time I lied and said I had my degree, like a whole college degree, and I had a good job, and they was paying me good. I think I worked there like 6 months before they was like, hey, we don't have a record of your degree or your diploma. And I was just like, what? Mine? As soon as they said that, I started filling out applications somewhere else and just repeated this cycle like 3 times, y'all. So I be playing the system like they play me, but I feel like the cost of living is like, it's horrible because we let everything go. We let everything fly. We don't fight back about nothing. Even protests, we do it peacefully. Like, y'all, cut it. How do you peacefully protest in a violent situation? What are you talking about here? What are we really talking about here? Like, we go for whatever. We let them say anything to us and we fold. And it's like, as long as we are so weak when it comes to everything, cost of living gonna keep going up, everything, because they want to break us. I mean, we're like an experiment to them. They don't care, you know what I mean? So it's like they don't care stressing you out. They're gonna milk us dry for as long as they can. And then it's like, also, I think that as like a group, as a community, like there's a lack of community too. So like, people are so, I'm independent, everything's mine, I get it on my own. And so they struggling, they suffering in silence, because back in the day, I know back in when I was younger, my mama, my auntie, I know my auntie Michelle, my auntie sister, even my cousin, but she was older, so like my auntie Trina, like, we all would like live together in the same house until people could get on their feet. Yeah, black people do that, you know what I mean? Or we used to, before they got into our heads and made us think like it was weak or something, I don't know. But we all live in the same house, and it was a lot of kids too, because my auntie had like 9, my other auntie had 3, my mom had 4, my cousin had 3. So it was like, it'd be a lot of kids, but they knew what they had to do. One person had a car, we're going to use that to our advantage, so somebody else can get a car, to the next person get a car, to the next person get a crib type thing. So I think that's another thing that stresses us out, is we don't want to come together. Everybody want to have their own nail space, right? Back in the day, it'd be a nail salon. Everybody want to have their own hair space. Back in the day, be a hair salon. It was okay to work under people. It was okay, you know what I mean, to to do what you got to do until you get where you got to get. Like one person to have a business idea instead of everybody investing, everybody want to have their own business idea. Like one person have a house and it's like, it's my house. I don't want people over here. You know what I mean? Like the cost of living gonna keep whooping our ass because we have no sense of community or anything. Like a lot of people are single parents, stuff like that. Like that's gonna make the cost of living even more unbearable because like groceries, of course, it costs like $50 for an apple. So it's like, yeah, if you're doing that by yourself, it's gonna be harder. But like honestly, I believe that the lack of village is the problem to a lot of stuff. I mean, I think that's why we weaken the knees because we don't have support. Because everybody treat everybody like crap because everybody's so selfish and self-centered. But yeah, I really believe that that's a big problem too. We don't support each other like at all, and it just makes everything harder. But yeah, I think the rent prices are crazy. Now y'all know me, I live in a car before I get them that much. So I'd be apartment searching and I'd be like strategic about it. Like, how much is it? No, I'm not giving you that. No. I think just because they throw a washer and dryer in there and put fancy with that little marble tabletops, it's supposed to be some. Baby, no, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. But yeah, the cost of living is crazy. It is insane. But what we gonna do about it? We gonna complain or we gonna fight back? We gonna become a community and take care of each other, or we gonna cry about it? Like depression is crazy, but like, what are we doing about it? Like, look, I be all over the place. I'm trying to jump the topics, but you get what I'm saying. I think it's like cost of living is crazy, but let's support each other to the point to where either we're not affected, or let's fight back to the point to where we're not affected. You hear me? Again, I ain't gonna go too much on my full thoughts about stuff because I don't think y'all would back me up if they came barging in here right now to silence me. So my responses are gonna be a little limited because y'all gotta show me we in this together. But yeah, that's my idea on the cost of living, and I hope this helps.